Andy Heath, a managing member of Woodstock Ag LLC. My father-in-law and I farm roughly 6,000 acres in Champaign, Union, and Logan County. I've been full-time farming for 20 years. Come from agronomy, precision ag background. My father-in-law has been involved for 40 plus years in farming. We've been John Deere, 100% John Deere on the farm my whole career. We trade on a yearly basis. We've been pretty progressive on the technology side. On the productivity side, with the technology, I guess what jumps out to me, a couple things, but I remember when we got boundary track started, and guidance has always been a wonderful thing. Straight track's been wonderful from the beginning, but then when John Deere came out with the boundary track, I remember when we implemented that, that was a game changer. The stress it takes out of getting those fields opened up, dusty conditions at nighttime, when you're fatigued. We've got roughly 120 fields. You get towards the end of the season, it's like, oh, great, another field to start. And again, it might be you're ready to move to another farm, and it's getting dark. The boundary track takes that stress out of starting that field, and I feel definitely gets you more acres in a day. I would say the biggest challenges we've had in the last 20 years are the wet springs, getting crop planted. We've had two extremely wet springs where we were down to the wire. We're on the verge of a lot of prevent plant acres. The planters that we run today, you can absolutely get more acres done, and the quality the quality of planting job that you do is absolutely incredible. Going from the air downforce to hydraulic downforce on the depth control, we've got the electric drives now. We're VR seeding. It's a complete package, and then you throw in the fact that you can do it at high speed. When you get put into a tight window, the amount of acres you can cover is a game changer. And moving forward, it appears that we're going to continue to have volatile weather, and being able to have those planters where when you get a 4 or 5 day window, you can get your crop in. We always used to say it took us 10 days. I feel like we've cut that in half with the technology on these planters. Well, this fall we had the predictive ground speed on our combines, and we had extremely variable crop conditions, crop yields. We had a very dry end of the season, so the soybeans especially were varying. The predictive ground speed was incredible what it did. It kept the combine full, kept things efficient, and kept that speed adjusted much quicker than an operator can do. So we were very, very pleased with that technology, and feel like moving forward with the ground we farm, that ability for the combine to look ahead and change that speed and keep things full and keep that combine efficient is going to be a very nice addition. With the See and Spray, obviously, there's the environmental piece where we only want to spray what we have to, but then again, it ties back into the economics. The economics are not paying for those chemicals, not blowing those chemicals on acres that don't have weeds. So we found this summer with the See and Spray, you mix up a load when you're only spraying 60-70% of the field. Obviously that load goes much further. You're not spending as much time reloading. The operator's happy. He can cover a lot more ground in a day. With our guidance, we've tried to match machinery sizes up, and with the SF RTK, we've gotten to a controlled traffic pattern. With the boundary track, everything is tracking on the same in the outside, and then as we move to the middle of the field, with the AutoPath on the corn planter, we can then move our sprayer into those same traffic patterns. We can move our combine, our harvesting equipment into those same patterns. That's been a huge benefit keeping those pieces of equipment in the same wheel paths, keeping that compaction minimized to certain areas of the field, and that technology allows us to do that. There's no more, well, which row am I on? Am I on the guest row? Am I off? You don't get to in the field and have 2 rows left. The combine operators have really liked that technology. That's been a big thing for fatigue with them and productivity of keeping that combine moving efficiently and not having missed rows or having an incomplete pass at the end of the field.